Good evening and welcome to Perspectives Daily. I'm Noel Okel. Today we begin in Rome, where the lead singer of the Irish group U2, Bono Vox, met with the Pope yesterday to talk to him about the philanthropic foundation he co-founded called One, and also to sign an agreement between his foundation and the Pope's own educational charity. During the half-hour meeting, the two spoke on a range of topics, including how to improve the education of children most in need, about the Pope's recent trip to Ireland, and the concerns in the sexual abuse crisis in that country. And as a parting gift, the Holy Father presented Bono with an olive tree of peace and told him that even as a priest in Buenos Aires, he always felt it essential to educate as a way to instill peace. Now, after the meeting, Bono met with the media to explain his conversation with the Pope. And our very own Matteo Cioffi was in the press room and brings you this.
I co-founded an organization called One some years back. We now have 10 million members, 3 million of which live on the continent of Africa. And one of our central themes at the moment is the fact that there are 130 million girls who don't go to school because they're girls. And so we have a campaign called Poverty is Sexist. His Holiness was incredibly gracious with his time, his concentration. We let the conversation go where it wanted to go. Big themes from, the future of commerce and how it might serve the Sustainable Development Goals, something he's very committed to. Laudato Si, his kind of philosophical frame, sees the Sustainable Development Goals as kind of the tools of measurement for Laudato Si. We also inevitably, having just come from Ireland, we talked about his aghast, the feeling that he had, I talked about the Pope's feelings about what has happened in the church, and I explained how it looks to some people like the abusers are being more protected than the victims, and you could see the pain in his face, and I felt he was sincere, and I think he's an extraordinary man for extraordinary times. So that's it. We might miss me playing if I don't go. I wouldn't want to be rude, but I can stay in Italy, drink, eat, dance, so not tonight.
All right. Thank you very much, both of you.
Now, it's not the first time that the lead singer has met with the Pope. Back in 1999, Bono had an audience with St. John Paul II when together they called upon the world's leader for debt cancellation for struggling third world countries to mark the upcoming 2000 Jubilee year. And now we go to the U.S., where after a meeting with the Pope last week, the U.S. Catholic Bishops' Conference have approved a third-party reporting system for the complaints of sexual abuse and clerical misconduct that will be automatically and confidentially received and directed to the ecclesiastical and civil authorities. This is just the first of many steps the Administrative Committee has taken in response to the recent sexual abuse scandal findings. Other initiatives include a new code of conduct for bishops when hearing complaints of abuse, and also new policies for bishops who have been removed from their position or have resigned. The U.S. Bishops' Conference have also officially requested lay experts, law enforcement, and social services to launch a full investigation around the allegations of Archbishop McCarrick. Now, a full list of actions that the committee is implementing is listed on the U.S. CCCB website, listed below. And of course, we'll keep you up to date as the story unfolds. And finally, tonight, just a reminder that in addition to our coverage of the Pope's trip to the Baltic nations this weekend, we'll also bring you exclusive coverage from the 2018 Plenary Assembly of the Canadian Conference of Catholic Bishops. Taking place in Cornwall, Ontario from September 24th to the 28th, the Plenary Assembly is a gathering of 90 bishops from across the country. This year marks the conference's 75th anniversary. And we will provide you coverage of the event, including the President's annual report, liturgical celebrations, and daily media briefings in English and in French, so be sure to stay tuned. And that is all that we have time for today. Be sure to join us again on Monday for more of the latest news and stories through the perspectives of a Catholic lens. I'm Noel Okel, and thank you for joining us.